Welcome to Today I Learn More, where every day is a step closer to insight and truth. Unearth hidden gems from biblical history, one story at a time. Today I Learn More. Your journey of discovery starts here. Subscribe now and never miss a revelation.
Most people think the story of the Nephilim is ancient history. But what if I told you that ancient texts reveal much more about rebellious angels, giants, and even spiritual forces influencing us today? In this video, we'll dive into one of the Bible's most mysterious and controversial stories, the rebellion of angels, the rise of the Nephilim, and their enduring spiritual impact. Drawing from Genesis, the Book of Enoch, and research by scholars like J. Stephen Lang and contributors to the Lexham Bible Dictionary, we'll explore how these events shaped not only ancient history but could still impact us today. Let's begin with the original intent of angels and how their rebellion altered the course of human history. The original intent of angels, as explained by J. Stephen Lang, angels were created by God to serve as messengers and ministers to humanity, carrying out divine instructions and assisting in God's governance of the universe. However, not all angels remained faithful. Some, referred to as sons of God in Genesis chapter 6 verse 2, abandoned their role, becoming the first rebels of creation. The Book of the Watchers in 1 Enoch expands on this rebellion, telling us that 200 angels, led by Semyaza and Azazel, descended to earth and entered forbidden relationships with human women. This act of defiance not only violated God's natural order but introduced corrupt practices into the world. The sin of the Watchers and the rise of the Nephilim. The offspring of these unions were the Nephilim, giants who became symbols of corruption and chaos. 1 Enoch 8-1-3 describes the fallen angels introducing humanity to practices like warfare, sorcery, astrology, and promiscuity, accelerating moral decay. Unlike typical angels, these rebellious ones weren't called demons. Their offspring, the Nephilim, are identified as evil spirits who embodied a corruption of both heavenly and human nature. Genesis chapter 6 verse 5 paints a bleak picture of the aftermath. The wickedness of man was great in the earth. God responded by sending the flood to cleanse the earth, but even then, the spiritual conflict persisted. Later scriptures describe giants like Goliath and the Anakim, suggesting the Nephilim's legacy didn't fully end with the flood. Azazel, Semyaza, and the role of Satan in the Book of Enoch also gives insight into the individual roles of the fallen angels. Azazel is credited with teaching humanity warfare and seduction, spreading chaos wherever he went. In the similitudes of Enoch, 1 Enoch 54-6, we learn that Azazel and the fallen angels eventually became servants of Satan, leading even more people astray. Though Satan himself doesn't appear in the Book of the Watchers, this later edition suggests that the rebellion of the angels tied directly into the larger battle between good and evil across history. The punishment of the Watchers and their ongoing influence. The Bible and 1 Enoch agree that the rebellious angels faced harsh judgment. 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 4 and Jude chapter 1 verse 6 reveal that these angels were cast into Tartarus, bound in chains of darkness until the final judgment. The Book of Enoch adds that their offspring, the Nephilim, were cursed to become wandering evil spirits, tormenting humanity until the end of time. 1 Enoch 15:11. Paul's warning in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12, that our struggle is against rulers of darkness and spiritual wickedness in high places, suggests that the spiritual influence of these ancient beings didn't disappear. Instead, they may continue to operate as invisible forces, shaping ideologies, deceiving people, and working through corruption today. Could the legacy of the Nephilim still affect us today? The idea that the Nephilim's spiritual influence persists raises questions about our world today. Are we still witnessing the effects of this ancient rebellion through ideologies that lead people away from truth, cultural decay, and spiritual deception? As the Book of Enoch warns, these fallen beings introduced a cycle of violence and immorality that humanity has struggled with ever since. Recognizing the spiritual battle we are in helps us understand the warning in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12. The forces of rebellion that began with the Watchers may still be at work today, subtly shaping the world through unseen but very real battles in the spiritual realm. Call to action. The story of the Elohim, the Watchers, and the Nephilim is more than ancient history. It's a sobering reminder of the ongoing spiritual war between good and evil. Recognizing these forces helps us fight back with truth and faith, becoming aware of the spiritual deception that continues to influence the world. Send this to someone who needs to know the truth about spiritual warfare.
Thanks for watching Today I Learn More. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new discovery. Until next time, keep learning and uncovering the truth, one step at a time. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.